In a recent episode, Scott Bockheim introduced us to the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure. We looked at the documentation, best practices, and guidance that's available in the Azure Docs. Now, Scott is back to show us other resources in the framework that will help you accelerate your cloud adoption journey. We're learning all about them today on Azure Friday. Today we have Scott Bockheim back from Patterns and Practices to talk with us about the Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure. Scott, what would you like to share with us today?
Well, last time we went over a lot of the guidance and background.
Yes.
Today I'd really love to share some of the tools and accelerators that we've built.
Great. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, to just re-anchor everybody, to the Cloud Adoption Framework itself, we've really built it in a modular way. And as you can see, there's 6 different phases. So the customers can come in wherever they want, whether it be early on in the strategy and going on through governance and manage. We'll jump around a little bit today in different tools in different places. One of the first tools that I wanted to share is a cloud journey tracker. What this really does is helps a customer figure out where they are and what guidance inside the Cloud Adoption Framework is going to help.
Okay.
It's an assessment where you go out, provide a little bit of detail, and you answer a number of questions, and whether they're yes, no, or some selections. And at the end, you get specific guidance depending on where you are in each of the phases. So it's really, it moves the inquiry into action.
Okay, so this will be a place that you would start to figure out what I need, where I need to go first.
Yeah, you can start out here to say, where do I begin? But you can also come back to it when you're in the middle of your journey, and the guidance will change depending on where you're at.
So it keeps track of your journey.
It keeps track.
That's fantastic.
We're thinking about it.
Okay.
So moving on, the next step, so you can use that journey tracker as you're in the early, like when you said, and to get your strategy set up, to get the business outcomes that you're looking for. And then, but when you're moving into the next phase, it's all about planning and how are you going to execute it. So we have a lot of templates to start there, but for our Azure DevOps users, one of the tools that we built is a Backlog Generator that's completely aligned to the Cloud Adoption Framework. And it's in here somewhere. What it does is you point it at your DevOps instance. It generates by phase, down to features, stories, to individual tasks to help you get started and moving through it.
So this gets the first template. It starts you with this plan, and if I wanted to adjust that plan.
Yeah, once it's generated, you can either use it as the quick start to move through and get your first workload there, but you're in full control. So
that's great.
You can customize it and use it as a base or tailor it to exactly what you need.
That's great. That's great.
So then coming back and moving down into the next phase, which is ready, this is where customers are building their Azure environment. And there's lots of different ways to build that environment, from doing it by hand or with automation. To get our customers, again, accelerating and getting their first workloads out there, we've built a number of blueprints. And you can see there's a continuum of where you can be. Our CAF, or our Cloud Adoption Framework blueprints, really get you going and help you launch. There are a set of partner blueprints that are available as well for those that are more PCI or government related to get you started. The full list is available out of the framework, and as you can see, there's federal, there's security, industry frameworks, and then here at the bottom, there's ones from the Cloud Adoption Framework.
Great. And how did we develop these best practice frameworks?
Yeah, so this is a collection of all of our experience from Microsoft, from our partners, and customer feedback. So all of the journeys that our existing customers have gone on, we pull that information back and bake it into the guidance that we give.
That seems like a pretty powerful tool.
It is. You're really getting the benefit of everybody that has gone before you and all of the experience from Microsoft to help your journey go faster.
And I expect that you'll continue to update these as you learn more then.
We are always updating it, so you should check back really, really often.
Great.
The next place that I'd like to take folks is down to our govern section. And what we've done here, much like the journey tracker, one of the places that we see a number of customers get stuck is how do they adapt their governance that they did on-prem to this new cloud way of working.
Right.
So we developed a specific benchmark that, once again, they can come out here and take. Again, you provide some information, answer a number of questions, and then it gives you a custom readout of where you are versus where you're aspiring to be or where your industry is at.
So it's that current state and desired state.
It is.
And then does it give you a plan to get to that desired state?
It does. It highlights, again, areas that you can jump down into the framework to advance yourself to move forward in your journey.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So you can, again, customize if you want to prioritize a certain category of area that you would like to focus on first. It gives you the guidance on how to get to a more
In where you can move forward. So for instance, in this last column here on consistency, you can see that where you think you need to be based on your answers and where you are match.
Right.
And you're ahead of the industry. Where you look in the deployment acceleration, we've identified a gap. And so it's really saying this is where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck and how you can apply the guidance to move yourself forward.
Great. Is there anything more?
There is actually one more thing that I wanted to call out. You've seen me move through the Cloud Adoption Framework doc site. That's really the home of it. But one of the things that we heard is customers live in the portal, right?
Yes.
This is where they're looking for their information. So what we've done is we've baked some of this guidance directly in the Quick Start Center.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, so if you're in here and you're looking for migration or you're looking to deploy a new innovation workload, you can get all of the guidance directly out of the portal without
That's
having
great.
to
And you don't have to
You don't have to
change
jump around.
context and yes,
Yeah,
great.
you're right there.
That's great. And where would we go to learn more about this?
Well, I think that you can always visit the doc site in aka.ms/adopt to learn more and check back often because we're always bringing those best practices back into the framework from every customer experience.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been great to see all the updates with the Cloud Adoption Framework.
It's great to be here.
We've been learning all about the Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure today on Azure Friday.